Rebecca,
Good
good afternoon.
afternoon.
Nice to meet you. My name is ATM Ree. I will be conducting your interview with you today.
Nice to meet you too.
So, how are you feeling? How are you today?
I'm about ready to go to rehab and be done with this. I'm pretty over it. I'm
Get up
miserable.
out of Kensington, right?
I'm miserable.
You're miserable out here.
Yeah. And I've been out here for the past 5 years nonstop. I mean,
Oh
maybe
man,
little clips here and there, but at least every winter.
yeah. Where you from, Rebecca?
Philly.
Okay, what part?
Mayfair.
Mayfair. Okay,
Mhm.
that's a lot different than out here in Kensington, right? The
Yeah.
Mayfair section.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how was your childhood?
Um, It was okay. I mean, I had everything I could ever want, but there was some abuse that went on, not by my parents or anything, but just happened, and
Yeah,
I developed an eating disorder really young. I just struggle with mental health.
yeah.
I just struggled from a pretty young age. I never had any siblings, and then my parents got divorced at the worst time. I was probably 11 or 12.
So your parents was divorced
Hmm.
at like 11, 12.
Yeah. And my dad moved to New York. I stayed here with my mom, and my mom was. Looking back on it now, I see that she was going through her own,
Yeah,
But as a kid, you look at it as they're taking it out. They're mad at me, when you're a kid.
yeah.
Like I see it as her own adult with her own taking care of her, a single parent now. I get it, but I don't know. My parents pretty much they've always had my back when I get clean, but sometimes it feels like I don't know. I know they're gonna watch this because they watch this shit. I feel like I
So you
don't
think
know.
your parents will be watching this?
Yeah, they definitely. Parents definitely will be watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always check on YouTube to see if I'm somewhere where I'm at because they won't answer. They don't talk to me when I'm using, so I guess they just scroll around on the internet just to see what they can see and make sure I'm alive somewhere. I
So
know
you,
they care and all, but
okay. So Rebecca, have you ever dealt with like addiction in your household, like from any of your parents?
my dad,
Okay. What was
my
his?
his whole side of the family.
Was it alcohol or something? Like
Yeah,
yeah, basic alcohol.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So how? First and foremost, how would you introduce to Kensington?
Um, I started doing drugs really young, so it wasn't very hard.
Any gateway drugs
No, I really started with opiates right away. I didn't
like
start smoking weed
Percocets?
first, or I might have done pills here and there, but I jumped to heavy duty opiates very quickly.
Okay. And how old was
And
you then?
uh 14, 15, and
Oh, you
then
was very young.
yeah, benzos, and then I started shooting by the time I was in high school. By the time I graduated high school, I was on the methadone clinic when I was 19, so
Yeah.
I was very, very
It's
young.
crazy because like in
Because
the
I'm
city.
30. I'm 30 now.
Oh, you're 30 now? Oh, yeah, I
Mhm.
never was able to get your age. It's crazy because in the city, it's like fast living. Like, a lot of people start
Yeah.
very young compared to
Hmm.
other places. Like, I interview people from the county and stuff,
Hmm.
and they're late bloomers. They start when they're like
Yeah.
25.
And I mean, I even started living with my parents in other places, and I still got it wherever I was.
Yeah,
They sent me to Florida, anywhere. It didn't matter. And
yeah.
then 2 years ago, during COVID, I ended up getting shot out here
You got shot before?
in my neck
Ooh,
by a 16-year-old kid with an Uzi
a
or a Tech
six.
9, yeah. September 15th, 2020.
So a 16-year-old kid shot you.
Hmm.
How did you feel? Like, did you
I
panic?
Well, thankfully, I worked in the medical field, so no, I did not panic. Thank God. The boyfriend I had at the time was absolutely useless, screaming, crying, But the cops were parked on every block that day.
Yeah,
So thankfully, it was pretty cool. They dragged me, scooped me in the car, dragged me right to Temple, and then they did a bilateral thoracotomy, cut a piece of my lung out.
oh man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did the 16-year-old mean to shoot you, or
No, it was just supposed to be on the block. It was just supposed to be.
some block stuff that's going
Yeah.
on? Did he end up getting caught up for that, or?
Yeah, but they ended up only being able to get him for the gun. There wasn't really much that they could do. It was crazy.
Yeah. Did you wish jail on that kid, or no?
No,
Not at
not
all.
at all.
So Rebecca, what's your drug of choice now?
Fentanyl, benzos, and cocaine.
And cocaine.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Which
wrapped up in this lifestyle just like we are. Like he probably had nobody to. He didn't know,
he's caught up in his lifestyle just
Yeah,
like
and like I'm kind of glad it didn't go the way that they would have. Like if they caught him, like he's 16. If I would have made one decision as a 16-year-old kid, that would have changed the rest of my life. Like that's
yeah,
not fair. So
yeah, man. So Rebecca, you're 30 years old
yeah,
and you've been through a lot in your life.
yeah,
Some 30-year-olds ain't been to nowhere near as much as you. You feel me? You out in the streets
yeah.
on battling addiction right now. You've been clean a couple times, right?
Mhm.
And you've been shot with a Uzi before.
Yeah.
And you survived it.
My nickname out here, they always call me Becky Bullets.
Becky what?
Bullets.
Bullets?
Yeah. My boyfriend calls me Buckshot Becca.
You like really the streets, Becky? Like you really the streets. Like you survived.
Yeah, but I don't need to. I can like hang up my shit now.
Absolutely. Because you've
I've
been
earned
through
enough
everything
stripes
already.
out here. I'm cool.
You've been through everything. You know what I'm
I
saying?
want to help people now and just get over
See?
it. Like I think that's the way to go.
And Becky, you starting right now helping. You feel me? Because you getting your message out right now.
My best friend that I've gotten high with for years, she's still clean from when we got arrested last year, and she works at Savage Sisters now. And that's, you know what I mean? That just shows me a lot.
Yeah.
That, we can all do it.
So Becky, which drug of choice is your biggest habit out of all of them?
The fentanyl.
Fentanyl. How long have you been using the Fetty for?
Since it came out.
It's kind of new, right? A couple years new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since it came out.
You think the fentanyl made things worse for you?
Oh, absolutely. Hands down, absolutely. You're sick in like 2 hours. It's retarded.
Have you lost friends to this lifestyle, Becky?
Lost friends, my family, like ex-boyfriends have died. 2 cellies have died in the last year. It will take everything.
Yeah.
And not just take it, we give it away.
Yeah.
At some points because.
So Becky, yeah, it's crazy. So Becky, right? Man, your story is just traumatic, very traumatic. But Becky, I would like to ask, how much you think you spend a day on your habit?
Probably like $120, $300, probably.
100 to 300.
Yeah.
How you
150,
earn?
300. I boost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying boosting is good, but I feel like it's better than working the Ave doing dates and stuff like that.
Listen, I'm not knocking nobody's hustle, but I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't.
It's a lot better than that.
I just can't.
I'm not the one to judge, but
no.
I think it's safer to boost than hopping cars with strangers.
Yeah. And they already treat me like shit anyway. I don't even do days.
Yeah. Do you get approached out here?
Oh my God, everywhere I go. I'm not saying I'm like, the prettiest girl or whatever, but they always come up to me and they're, hey, I got $10 for you. For like what? You can't even get a pack of Newports for that. Like,
right.
Bye.
So like, do you have friends that do dates like out here in these streets?
Yeah, a lot.
Do you give them any advice? Do they tell you any crazy things that's going on out here?
Oh my God, I've heard the worst stories ever. I don't give them any advice, but sometimes I walk with them. Actually, they've helped me a lot because at nighttime it's hard to make money boosting because closed.
Oh, so they look out for you.
Yeah, like if anything, I've had girls look out for me overnight, like, you know what I mean? Which is crazy, like, because what they're doing versus what I'm doing, like.
That's what's up, baby. How about the boyfriend of yours? Do he look out for you? Is he provided?
Yeah. Always, yeah. Because I have a warrant right now, so I'm terrified to be boosted. So we've been fighting a lot about it lately because I've been chickening out of a lot of boosts because.
Wait, not trying to be federal, but you have a warrant for your arrest at the moment?
What? Yeah, I have a warrant.
Oh, wow.
So, sucks.
Yeah, it do.
It just makes it all more complicated, which is why I'm trying to get into rehab, like
absolutely
ASAP.
ASAP, no Rocky.
Right, ASAP, Rebecca. No Rocky. Absolutely.
ASAP, no Rocky.
Because I know I'm gonna be sick as shit on that floor when I realize I could have just gone to rehab.
So Becky, so like you've been out here for a minute. Do you consider yourself like a vet, like an OG of the streets out here?
I mean, pretty much everybody knows me. I mean,
how about the new faces, the newcomers? Do you feel like, do you see them like, the new faces, new people? Do you be like, they're not going to survive out here, right?
I don't know, but them young kids out here trapping are so mean.
They're mean.
Oh my God, they're vicious. Why?
Speak on the youngest that's trapping out here, like how they treat you guys.
They're just disrespectful. Like,
Disrespectful,
oh my
verbally
God.
or
Verbally, like last night I was like standing in the wrong spot. He came up behind me, kicked me in my back, like pushed me over. Like I got jumped on the L by like 5 different people. Like, it's just
yo. I'm
crazy.
not like not on no. I might sound crazy saying this, even though I know the trapping stuff is illegal.
Hmm.
But I feel as though your customers is your customers. I feel like you should have some type of respect for your
Exactly.
customers
That's what I
because
said. I'm
that's
putting
that's how they're feeding their family.
right. Like I'm paying for your food, your kids to go to school, like whatever it is. Like what? I'm giving you my last dollar,
Yeah,
and you're what? Like throwing the dope on the ground of the car, like all types of weirdo shit. Like
yeah, that's
throwing,
foul.
it's just crazy. Like they have no idea. Like these little kids, they got no respect for life, no respect for guns, no respect for anything. They just think it's all a game, and they think coming down here and shooting junkies is a victimless crime.
Was you getting high when you did get shot
Yeah,
at the
I
time?
was
You
yelling
was?
a cop.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, you said you was on your way to cop.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So, Becky, I'm not gonna hold you up. You know, I'm not gonna hold you up too long. I just got one more last question.
Okay.
What would you tell the youth out here that's getting high, that's prostituting, that's boosting, that's homeless, that's running these streets, that's going through what they're going through? What advice would you give the youth, Becky?
I don't know. I wish I would have listened to anything anybody had ever said to me.
Yeah,
Like I don't have like any profound like statement to
yeah,
tell anybody, but like I don't know. I'm 30. I don't have anything. I don't have kids. I don't have a house. I don't. You know. It's just get like a hot like if I used to work for Temple like in the ER
mm,
like that was my favorite thing to do. Like
wow,
it was
good job.
everything to me. So like get one of those things. Like find your passion and like this ain't it.
Saying that,
You know. Because
Becky.
the streets got no love for anybody, no matter how much you think that they do.
Becky, I would like to thank you for your time.
Thank
You've
you.
been a wonderful interviewee.
Thank you.
OG out here, veteran out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's time to hang up the jersey.
Right.
Get in the rehab, Becky.
Right. Retired at John.
Yo, God bless you, Becky. Word up.
Thank you.
Join All Time Media's Patreon for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes content and face-to-face live video chat. Thank you, guys. The link is in the description below.